I chose the Lido PhD programme because I liked the diverse range of projects that were on offer. The fact that you got to do it at some different institutions, so you could really be choosing the best people out of many different universities.
Having the wide range of choices that Lido gave me made a big difference. Like just the sheer number of projects you could choose and the number of supervisors you could talk to.
So in my first year I did 2 rotations. I did one here at UCL and I did another one over at King's. So at UCL I was studying algae and at King's I was studying earthworms. So it was quite fun.
It was a nice mix of sort of time spent learning new techniques in the lab and sort of getting to know members of the programme, along with doing computer programming and learning all these new sorts of skills. So it was a nice setup really, I think.
So I think the seismic module is particularly interesting. I've seen that a lot of biologists don't have very strong programming skills at all, and that this is something that is required more and more, particularly with high throughput data that we're now getting.
There's an awful lot of data out there which needs to be processed, so you have to have a computational background, you have to have a quantitative background to make any sense of this.
Model.
We've been going in that direction for a number of years, so it's been great to have a PhD program that interacts well with those needs.
Being a UCL student is really good because UCL is the world-leading research institute, so we do get a chance to meet very great scientists and interact with them, and we do get to use the state-of-the-art facilities.
In particular, over recent years, UCL has undergone an incredible revolution where it's certainly the place to be, and I would struggle to want to be anywhere else, and certainly in this country and probably further afield.
UCL's is an extremely progressive environment to work in. For example, it was the first university to let women in on an equal footing to men, and it's carried on being progressive in very much the same way.
UCL itself has more to offer than just the academics. You've got UCL Advances for entrepreneurial things, the sports teams. It's just a really great place to study.
So there's lots of plans, and because there's loads of places to go.
UCL is great because it's centrally located in London. There's a lot of opportunity to go and see lots of interesting seminars, talks in other institutions, but also within UCL.
Being a student of UCL, you're very aware of the size of the organisation and the sheer number of other labs that are working in fields related to your own.
I would recommend this programme to others because I think there aren't really any other PhD programmes that have such a wide range of projects and such freedom.
It's very competitive as a programme, but once you've got through the door and you've got in, the sheer amount of choice you've got and the quality of the people you're choosing from, I think that's a very rare opportunity for the way PhDs work.
I wanted to do a PhD because I did a year in industry as part of my course, and that made me realise I wanted a career in science.
First year of the programme, I did 2 rotations. One of them was lab-based, where I did electron microscopy, and my second rotation I moved into a computational lab, where I am now.
So the best thing about being part of the ISMB back in UCL is the great facilities that they have, because world-renowned Centre for Structural Biology.
It's a small, friendly department, and it's very focused and has a particular concept of how you approach certain problems in biology, and I think that's very different to any other department in the country.
In my lab we focus on using biophysical and computational methods, and we're looking at membrane sort of soft matter systems, lung surfactant and membranes, and damage that you get to those, and using different physical characterization techniques to look at the damage.
The most significant thing I've learned on the programme so far is probably how to think critically as a scientist.
What I enjoyed most about the programme so far has been the seismic module, which has really shown me about the mathematical side of biology.
The best thing about being a student on the interdisciplinary programme is the choice of projects you have at all different institutions across the University of London.
So the department in Birkbeck is very lively. There's always a lot going on. So we have lots of events happening internally and through the ISMB during the week, but also lots of external events are always happening in Birkbeck and nearby in the surrounding area. So it's busy.
Living and studying in London is really fun just because there's so much to do and all the facilities here are top class and a nice community.
I really like being at Birkbeck because you're right next to UCL, a short walk from Oxford Street, and Birkbeck I think definitely has the best bar out of all of the campuses.
With some of the events that we have, for instance, we have sort of electron microscopy courses happening here, we have themed seminar series which happen here, we have a retreat which is every 2 years and we go as a department.
There's lots of opportunities for extra teaching. We have seminars every week, we have a journal club for PhD students, and there's the Friday Wraps, which is seminars from people within the department with refreshments afterwards.
The programme is excellent. You have a huge range of potential projects that you can do covering all areas across biology, all different fields, but it is supported by excellent courses, the seismic course in the mathematical approaches and the more physical approaches. And then there's the opportunity of the industrial placement and really seeing where you'd like to go with your PhD in the future.
I would recommend this programme to others because you have a massive choice of projects across all different subject areas.
The programme has developed my career plans by sort of expanding my mind in every direction, so it's definitely opened my eyes.
I chose the LIDO programme because of the wide range of projects across many different institutions. Obviously, the breadth of science that you could possibly do a PhD in was quite enormous.
So my first year I did 2 rotations and I had to choose one of them eventually. And so at first I did one at UCL and the second one I did at the London School. And I think it's a great opportunity to try different things out.
They're all really wonderful institutions, sort of like world-class universities, all with really good lecturers and really good groups. And between them, the range of topics they cover is extremely wide. Like, there's almost nothing that you can't come and do here.
It's a great place to work because you can work with people from all over the world. A lot of our students and staff come from countries that are in fact affected by malaria, so they're very motivated to do research on a problem that they've already experienced.
Best thing about being a LIDO student is the opportunity to see different ideas, talk to different groups, and the interdisciplinary idea where you're between 2 universities and can rely on expertise from 2 different groups is really useful, and it's really good to see how your ideas can be applied by someone else's viewpoint.
The best part about being a LIDO student is the opportunity to network between each other, and there's a great network out there, and also to try out different things that you might not be that comfortable with at the start, but you can try them out nonetheless.
You do the courses on a Friday, and that means you spend the whole of Friday with your year group that have come in. So you spend the whole day with them, you have lunch with them, you do the lectures with them, and then usually there's a trip to the pub afterwards to talk it over and just have a good time talking about your projects, what you think you're going to do in the future.
I think in the first year to be able to choose from multiple rotations and also the teaching element. So we do a seismic course, and then I think there's a lot of support that you get throughout the whole PhD, and also you get a chance to do an internship, which is quite fun.
I'd recommend this programme to others because of the wide range of projects that you can choose from. So if you turn up and you know you want to do a PhD but you're unsure of where you want to do a PhD, then the options that are given to you are one of the best in the country.
I would certainly recommend this programme for students who want to get the highest quality research training available here in the UK, because we've brought together 6 of the world's best universities that happen to be located very closely together in a wonderful part of central London, and so it offers both scientifically and culturally an unparalleled opportunity for training and for enjoying being part of an academic community that's very open and diverse.
I chose Lido because it gave you the opportunity to try 2 different PhDs before starting them, and it was in London and across 4 or 5 different institutions. So my first year on the programme, I was based at the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, and my second rotation at King's.
Well, King's is an incredibly scientifically vibrant place to work. We have a couple of extraordinarily strong departments in my area in developmental biology, but also in other areas, cell biology, microscopy, imaging. We have, I think, the largest number of biomedical researchers among the London universities.
I really like studying at King's because just the vast amount of people there to help out. There's always a supervisor or a postdoc or someone like that you can go to and talk to. They have such great connections. I currently help out at the zoo sometimes. My second supervisor's up there. And they have lots of connections worldwide as well.
Because King's is very like an international university, and you can like meet people from everywhere, and you have always loads of opportunities to do different stuff.
I think one of the exciting things about the London Interdisciplinary Programme is actually the quality of the students. We get a very large number of applications, and so the students that do participate are of an extremely high calibre.
Now it's like everything is focused in modelling and mathematical models, so that's why I was very interested about doing this program, because it's like adding different skills to my CV apart from the PhD and all the rest.
They're a very exciting, very go-getting bunch. They're really looking forwards in science terms to the next big things, and so it's a very good group to be in, I think, and also to train and teach.
We are very integrated in this floor, and it's like a small family. So basically we are very well, like they know how to take care of us in King's.
The social life at King's is quite good. They've got some good bars at the Strand. That's really nice. You get to see the view of the London Eye and everything. That's lovely.
Now that I'm young, I think it's one of the best cities to live in because you can do whatever you want in London.
I love studying in London. It's just such a vibrant city. There's always something to do. Your friends are always around you. Everyone on this course is somewhere based in London. It's just an exciting place to be.
We have a huge biomedical science effort, and the links between the biomedical departments and some of the physical and chemistry work is building and an extremely strong part of what King's has to offer.
I would recommend this programme to others because the first year is absolutely vital, the way you get to choose a PhD before actually starting it. And also you just get to meet lots of people, so the actual cohort of people you have, you get to make great friends, whereas if you just go for a single PhD, it can be a bit lonely because there's not so many people around you.
I chose the programme because it was great that you could carry out different rotation projects, and I also really like the fact that you're linked to different institutions.
The London Interdisciplinary Programme offered great opportunities in terms of the PhD. The first year especially offered you the chance to experience a number of labs. You've also got the seismic course, which gives you a great background in programming.
It seemed already quite structured by looking at the website, that in the first year there'd be a set of rotations, which in my case was very important.
I wanted to do a PhD because I really enjoyed research at undergrad, and I thought the PhD would be a really good way to sort of extend my research skills and then learn a lot of soft skills as well, such as time management and project management and that kind of thing.
The RVC is a great institution to study at. In terms of parasitology, which is what I study, there are a number of great people working in this field, and it's good to have them close by to ask questions.
You get to see a lot of different projects, and you get to meet so many different PIs and supervisors that all want you to join their program.
Right now I lead a small group of people working on frog biomechanics, and so we're trying to understand the evolution of frog locomotion.
We're using engineering to answer questions of evolutionary biology in a field known as biomechanics.
The PhD project I've chosen is looking at spider locomotion and applying knowledge of spider locomotion to robotics.
You have people working on aspects of muscle function, aspects of whole animal biology, whole animal biomechanics. You have people interested in paleobiology and people interested in muscle mechanics at the cellular level.
I like studying at RVC because it's such a small institution, so it's not like institutions like UCL and King's College where they're so big so you wouldn't get to know the people and like what everyone does in terms of research. So I really like that about it.
There are two main campuses, there's Camden and Hawkshead. Currently I'm based in Hawkshead. So it's great to be based up here because you get a little feel of the countryside, but then you're close enough to get back to London.
The Hawkshead campus of the RVC in particular is the perfect place for me to work because it has a nice balance of rural charm and yet top quality scientific facilities and staff.
I think this programme is great because it allows you to really grow and develop skills before you actually start your PhD project, and also it's really good because it's allowing you to understand what potentially can happen after your PhD with the PIPS programme.
My PIPS placement was based at the Royal Institution in London, and I was helping them work on their Christmas lectures, which are televised on the BBC every year. And that was a really good opportunity because I got to learn a lot about science communication, which is an area I want to go into after my PhD.
So I definitely recommend this programme to other students because it gives you a great grounding in terms of your first year.
So I would recommend this program to others, mostly because if you're not sure about what you want to do, it's the best.
The DTP is a PhD program that trains scientists. The partners are UCL, KCL, two big institutions, and then four smaller ones, RVC, London School for Hygiene, QMUL, and Birkbeck.
You have 6 world-class institutions all bringing projects to this program, and I think that diversity isn't available anywhere else.
The 4-year studentships offered by the BBSRC are among the very best and most prestigious awards that one can get for research training. So we're very pleased to have this BBSRC Doctoral Training Programme.
This is absolutely a fabulous initiative, which I supported at the best of my ability, because it really gives us the opportunity to foster further the collaborative research among the various research centres.
Well, LIDO is different because it trains, it puts a great emphasis on multidisciplinarity. They take rotations to try out labs and heads of labs.
It's very open to supervisors that want to submit a project, that have a very interesting and challenging project. It's not a sort of closed club. You apply for it, if they like your project, it's there, and then it's up to the student to select it. So it's very democratic and meritocratic at the same time.
The opportunity to be part of the LIDO venture gives us something new that we haven't had before, or I haven't experienced while I've been at QMUL, which is to be able to have research across the whole of London between all the major universities. So being a student within the LIDO venture means you don't only have all the benefits of coming to QMUL, you also have a bigger community of students at all the other universities within London.
Well, the big draw for the students is the enormous range of available projects. The fact that it's a consortium of institutions means that if you're interested in any particular aspect of the biosciences, you can find an absolutely fantastic project to throw yourself into. And the fact that it's in London is an added bonus as well, because that really is one of the academic powerhouses of the world.
There are projects in the programme ranging from the cognitive development of children through to quantum computer simulation of molecules.
We started off with an intake of about 20 research students each year, and that's grown over the first 3 years. In a year or two from now, we should have about 80 or 90 students currently in the programme.
I think the programme is excellent. You have a huge range of potential projects that you can do covering all areas across biology, all different fields, but it is supported by excellent courses, a seismic course in the mathematical approaches and the more physical approaches, and then there's the opportunity of the industrial placement and really seeing where you'd like to go with your PhD in the future.
And we basically would like scientists from maths, physics, chemistry, computer science, biochemistry, biology, zoology, all to come to this programme, because the diversity of students also enhances the programme.
I would definitely recommend this programme to anyone who's interested in being at cutting edge in biology, because I think it really does a brilliant job of combining the if you like, wet lab-based biology with the new resurgent IT aspects and mathematics and imaging. And I think that is really a frontier in biology in general, and is going to produce a lot of very exciting discoveries and inventions in coming actually decades.